Hello, hello, and welcome back. We are back near Bertange, Luxembourg. It's the end of 2036. I think we just sold all our... Yes, we just sold all our stuff aside from some corn and some ryegrass. We had some interest in cows, so we've got some cows. So that started last stream. So if you've missed the last stream, we've got 5 cows. So we're going to try and see how the cows go in 2037. But in 2036, they made, I think it was about 41,000 squidoodles worth of milk. So we're up to 1.27 million squidoodles, which is not a bad place to be. If you were here when we had the chickens, we've got rid of the chickens. They are no longer in our care. And it's Happy New Year 2037, everybody. So here we go. You can accept new contracts in the contract window. Let's go see what the contracts say. Zucchini. Well, we know we are going to do zucchini, so we're going to accept that one. Because, yeah. Because reasons and raisins and raisins and reasons and all that stuff. Yeah, that's fine. So, what we're going to have a look at is all the different things. So, assuming we've got to do corn for our cows, we need to have a nice place to do corn. We did it here last time and we got not a lot. That field is still too expensive for us. I really want this field. Just in case anyone was unsure about that. And I can't remember what was on the fields for rotation purposes. So, I might be looking back. That's the advantage we've got. We can looking back over my shoulder. So, non-grazing and sublime. So the 2 fields there were apples, so they will be the zucchini fields. So we're going to go. Oh, we've got 22%, so we need ploughing. And this will be our zucchini baby. Zucchini's a later crop. 87% damage, 66, 76, 87, 7. So we can get all the way up to the end of September with that, but we're also going to whack the ploughing on, bring it back a day, like so, because that'll get rid of the weeds. Yeah, that'll do. 1 field down. So I always pause for the planning phase just because I find it easier rather than stressing. So this field also has 22% weeds. So we're going to do the same thing. But we're just going to offset it. So we went to the end of September. We can't go beyond the end of September because otherwise... And we've got a lack of water as well, so we'll have to do that. So we're going to do that about there. Also going to do the ploughing. Oh, doesn't like it there. Let's go a couple of days. Okay, let's go a few more days. Why are you getting your knickers in a twist about ploughing? Doesn't seem right. What? That doesn't seem right at all. Much is extending out the ploughing. Let's have back on this one. Ploughing in 167 days. Can't be. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so ploughing's only going to take 1 day here. Why is it but it's extending it. So 12 days to harvest. Okay, that's fine. Super smashing great. Don't understand why we're getting quite such resistance on the other field. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, so pairing's good there. Go about so. It still thinks it's going to. It's saying it's recognizing it's got plenty of workers. This is only the second field we're organising, so why are we getting this? That is not useful. It's doing the same thing if we go cultivating. Let's go beginning of June. Let's go all the way there. Okay. So it's just being finicky. How far can we do that? Really? Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. We've also got the lack of water, so we'll set an irrigate on it, and we'll confirm that. So that's our zucchini fields done. Those were both the apple fields last year. We need one field, which will probably be this field this time. So corn. We've got lack of sunshine issue. We know we've got a lack of sunshine issue. Best I saw there was 57%. So we're going to aim for that, and other things are going to just have to move around it.
All hands brace for impact.
We will. I'm not going to add cultivating because there's only 2% weeds, so I really don't give a flying fadoogle about that. Obviously seeding. Let's go with 3 workers. Let's go with 3 workers for that. Let's see if we can. %57 match there. The biggest factor being the lack of sunshine. The soil mismatch parameters I can't do a great deal about either. So we're going to lock that one in. Okay. That's the corn sorted. I'm going to come back to that field down there and figure out what that is later. So we're going to go with first field and nurturing field were onions last year. So that makes them apples this year. First field. Cultivation. Cultivation. It's just the way we do it. Again, this comes in. Usually get this quite high, but of course we've got the weed damage. Just conscious of the fact that we'll be harvesting zucchini in September as well. So sneak that there in between the zucchini harvests, hopefully. Like so. Now we've got the cultivatorization. That's good. This is the other field in that group. In my head. The group doesn't exist, but it's in my head. So we'll go there for trying to get that one, which gives us a 99% match, which is cool. And so we'll confirm that one also. So those two are cow fields, which is good. That one's planned. What else do we want? I think it's just this one down So I think we're going to give this one... We've got the zucchini on 2 other fields. Have we tried zucchini on there? Either zucchini or apples. We don't have onions anywhere, do we? We haven't done this field, that's why. This field, nurturing field, was last year. It was onions last year because I messed up last year. So it really shouldn't be onions again this year, but that's what it should be. So we will be planting onions on it again 2 years in a row, just to kind of get ourselves back into the correct rotation. I will apologise to the farming gods later. Oh, farming gods, please forgive me. My sins are open and knowing. We can do those a little bit early, so we'll do that beginning of May. And we will add cultivating. Okay, doesn't like it there. That one. Right, no. Don't mind if I do. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So that's fine. So that's the onions. So it's really down here now. This was corn last year, so it doesn't really matter what we do. I'm tempted to go zucchini. Unless it doesn't match. So no, it's a fairly good match. So let's go 100% with an end of September harvest. Oh, we already got an end of September harvest. But we can go just into October. Let's see how that works. Cultivatorization works excellently. 17 days. We'll have 3 people do the harvest on that one because we should have plenty of people available by then. And have 100% crop. Excellent. Go for it. So now that should be all of our fields. That is in the zone. Hello, Diamondback. Hello. I hope you are having a good day today. Yes, I was very much in the zone there. I didn't even see you sneak in the door, but as always, everyone's welcome. So we've got Fragrant and Nourishing Field, which are the ones that we know are these 2. So those are our new cow pastures. So yeah, so only the pasture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So we've got our fields planned. Let us get into action. So we're going to... We've taken the contract. We're going to speed to... What are we doing here? Oh, of course, we said we'd irrigate that one, didn't we? So I'm going to speed to the first planting action. Because that's how we do it. We're going to just check on the cows. Yes, they've still got food. Should be okay until they can get out in the field. Just keeping an eye. Because obviously our main focus needs to be... You see they're out in the field already. Our main focus needs to be when we get into doing this. And the onions are our first crop. So yeah, so I hope you had a good weekend, Diamondback. Obviously, it's Monday, so happy Monday, everybody. New week begins. Just as a new year begins in our game. So, there we go. We start with seeding onions, so if that doesn't bring a tear to your eye, well, that's good. don't like to bring tears to people's eye. Bum 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 bada bum bum bada bum bada ba bum bum. Or should that be butts 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 butts? Something like that. Something like that. So we are now. We've got zucchini seeding. We've got corn again, obviously because we need to feed the cows. I'm tempted to see if we can have a look at what the corn actually requires. In terms of it's similar to the it's similar-ish to the it's got a 60% for silt, which is bananas. 10% for clay, so we have that's what that is. My reminder for doing something that I didn't do yet. Silt, so corn, silt 60%. Clay 10%. Sand 2%. The same numbers as the asparagus, but it's just in different proportions across the different things. It's a pretty good weekend. You fixed the chatbot dilemma. Ooh, excellent. Well, that's good news indeed. I'm very pleased to hear that. What was the solution? Just out of curiosity, and feel free to tell me to just mind my own business. That is your preference. So that field's not too bad. Sun-dappled field. That's not too far off. You are the god of F star star star. Yes. Okay, so that's 30% sand. 41% silt. This is about the closest, so opulent field. That's pretty close. That's that one right there. So that one actually is... That's a better field for corn than I've seen. It's not a big field. But then again, what size was this? That's a little bit more. But again, we could have multiple smaller fields that are closer aligned. See, so that's 40%. That's not... Oh, I didn't check the pH value either. Silly fad. Did I? What does it require? So, we needed to be in... What view did we need to be in? I think we needed to be in a field doing that. Ah, yeah, we needed to be in this one. That's what we needed. And it needs a pH. Where's the pH? It needs a pH between 5.5 and 7. Okay. You scrapped the prototype the other guy built and just built it from the ground up. Ah, okay, fair enough. Ended up using a language processing package and a different machine learning package. Ah, cool. Well, that's the thing with projects. Sometimes folks get they have that cognitive bias of it's the sunk cost fallacy, isn't it? Really, it's kind of, well, we've invested this much in going down this road. We've invested this much time or this much money in going down this road, so we can't do anything different now. Well, yes, you can. You really can, and sometimes you really should. So there we go. But I'm glad that worked out for you. That was a good solution. Also added the ability to process files. Ooh. Check you out. Being all smart and stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with being smart. Well, it's a good thing. So that field is a good cornfield, I think. I'm tempted to get that and whack corn on it and see how well it does. When are we planting corn? We're planting corn in 19 days, so let's get it now. Because we can always look for another one afterwards. But we can't plant the corn too late, otherwise it won't get its sunny sunshine. So we can get giggity percent by putting the corn in there. There we go. Confirmed. So you see, we're only getting a 10% debuff on the silt and the clay, and we're getting no debuff on the sand. So, oh no, we are getting a debuff on the sand. It's just scrolled off the bottom of it. But the debuffs are lower because they're 12.9% on this, and only 10% on this field. So we're getting a lesser debuff. So that's good. I say I'm happy with that. I'm not happy with it, but it's better than a kick in the face. So there we go. So we now have multiple cornfields, and we'll see just what we can. We're going to look for some more that have closer soil characteristics. We can't do much about the sunshine. So there we go. But yeah, going to get it to scrape sites to learn, but that was more work than you wanted to do. Yeah. I owe the Dare page of you, Dare and Serenov, for getting me up for a good day. So thank you. What? You're welcome. Anything I can ever do to make life that much better for people. It's one of the things I try to do. So yeah. But yeah, no. If you were watching this stream yesterday with Dare and Serenov, that was absolutely fun as hell. That was just so much fun. So this is another good field. It's a bit bigger. Boundless field. I'm going to write that name down. Maybe the name won't be the same next time, but who knows? Rustic field. Actually, what was that? pH wasn't bad. Yeah, all have such good chemistry. Well, we all get derpage, yeah, indeed. But we all get along together. I mean, it's one of those things. When you appreciate each other. And I think Dare was enjoying the fact that I was there because he hadn't obviously done the tutorial, which let's be honest, that's Dare. His idea of entertainment is I'm gonna just dive in and we'll see what happens, which is certainly a good way of doing things. But yeah, no, I loved it as well. You would not believe the amount of times, because I know where Dare and Serenar are in terms of the Discord audio. And I thought that I could actually get into the channel. I couldn't, but I thought I could get in the channel. So the number of Sundays I've kind of thought perhaps I should just kind of go in and go, ooh. Because that would be totally on brand as well. Not that I would ever actually do that, but I'd thought about it a lot. But, yeah. So, there we go. But no, it was... And of course, for anyone that didn't see that, it was a ranch simulator, so we had a great lot of fun with that. I am still trying to find... How are we doing on planting things? So we've got apples growing, onions growing. We need to weed those, please. And thank you. Still trying to find... Maybe we'll do it off-season to try and find another cornfield. But I think that Boundless field, that looks like a good one, and that's a nice size, but it's spent Sevo. That one's also spent Sevo, but that one's also a relatively good one. So, yeah, well, yeah, so there we go. Da, 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 da. Okay, I think that'll do for now. We've spent some money. Not as much money as I have done in previous years, but it's not a competition. It's a business. We're trying to make money here. We're trying to make lots of money. And again, for anyone that was here last stream, I posited the fact that we're not getting the achievement for harvesting crops that are above a 90% health. And I kind of put my suspicion that maybe that's because I'm not playing on hard mode. So I did test that theory after stream. I set up a quick game in hard mode as a test, and still did not get the achievement even when I harvested a over 90% healthy field. So I don't think that's it. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But still. So there we go. And am I keeping you up again, Diamondback, or am I just helping you to wind down for the end of the day?
Step up to red alert.
Sir, are you absolutely sure? It does mean changing the bulb.
Thank you, Big Trucker, for the 100 bits and the red alert dwarf style. I almost said wharf style, but that would be a different thing entirely. And I hope you're well. Oh, as usual. Well, as is going to be usual for the moment, on Mondays and Tuesdays morning streams, going to be doing Global Farmer. So, back out in Luxembourg.
Where's the response? Come on. Yay, Jake.
Wait for it.
Come on, Captain. I love it. Fuck, they're going up in the hills.
Thank you very much, Big Trucker, for the Fad Dad tribute video. It's, that one always brings things to a kind of pause for a few minutes, but as always, I do appreciate when people play that one. Remember the old pop? Bless him. So yeah, let's get back into our... What's it? We are seeding... What are we seeding on here? This is corn. It's all corny, so... We've got, as you can see, we've got a row of 3 people. We're getting serious about corn. Well, we're not. We're just making sure we've got enough corn to feed our cows, because we want our cows to make us money. So we got plenty in stock for now, but we want to go till the end of the year. So the primary source of what we're evaluating here is the cows. We've got 5 cows, so not a full stable, but 5 cows going for a full year, because we only bought them in 2036. I'm going to see how much money we get at the end of it. Because obviously our chickens, we were spending a bunch of money on, we were spending a bunch of effort to grow wheat, and we're only getting 8,000. Did I break summer? I don't think so, BT. Let me have a look. let me have a little looky-loo on the Twitcherizator. And see if there's anything going on there. Let me just... It might be that it's disabled it, or it was disabled when I did one of the multi-streams with Wolfman and didn't get turned back on. Where are we? Okay, let's look. Please hold the line while we try to connect you. The streamer you are watching knows you are waiting. Viewer rewards, there it is. Power-ups and channel points. Or did you try to redeem it and... Oh, it didn't redeem. Ooh. We've had that before where you've redeemed it and it hasn't worked. So it's still showing. So I'm just going to initiate it myself. It's just being a bit of a pain for me at the minute. There we go. No, it's saying it's been claimed. Okay, where do we do? I can do it in the bot. So let's just let's slow speeds down. Can't do it from a button. I have to do it from the bot. Please stand by. Let's go to the bot and initiate the command. Okay. Oh, apparently I did break the summer one. What's going on with it? Okay, let's have a look. Might not be finding the file. Things should not have been moved. But I bet you it has. Troubleshooting online, always the best fun. Long little computer. Come on, long little computer, please. There we go, that's better. I don't know why it's taking so long just to load up a directory. We will get there. This is the one that's gonna probably bring me to tears, but then again, it usually does. So let's locate file. Presumably I haven't moved yet, but there we go. On computer, please. There it is. No, it's definitely still there. What's going on? Because I know the overlay's working. Let's re-link the file. Okay. Let's try the command again. There we go. And thank you, Big Trucker, for that redeem that obviously took a little while to fix. You broke the fad. I don't break easy. I really don't. But if there's another issue, then we'll fix it. But yeah, no, I had to fix it then, otherwise I'd forget because yeah, reasons are raisins. So how are we doing? Our fields are looking good for apples. We are okay for onions. How's our zucchini fields doing? They are planting away over there. And is this one up here? It is planting. Not yet.
All hands
okay.
brace for impact.
Excellent. So we are doing okay. So yes. Okay. So let's get back to normal speed. So we've got our corn going. And we've got what we got down here. We've got zucchini going in down here in 20 days. Nothing like a bit of zucchini, if you like that sort of thing. Got corn growing on here. Excellent. So we've got more fields to be looking at. I keep kind of growing the farm. That's the idea, I suppose. Got apples coming in. Onions, they need a spray. But yes. So yes, hopefully your day's going well, Big Trucker. So a lot of activities there as you kind of jumped in. But I do appreciate the video tributes. Like I said, I know they take a long time, so I know, but it's one of those things you can never forget those. If you're remembering every day, you can never forget. So that's the idea, I think. So, although of course everyone's probably kind of going, but Fad, why does the one about summer upset you more than one about your dad? Well, because raisins. All the raisins. So we just keep an eye on our fields. It's growing season 2037. We have taken yet another contract. So let's pray that I don't forget this one, like I did the one 2 times ago. In order to get the next achievement, we'd have to get up to 30 contracts completed. Unfortunately, the crop mixture, we could possibly do carrots with some larger fields, but the crop mixture just doesn't suit us. Because tomatoes are not well suited to the soil around here, or at least not that I've been able to find. We're struggling with corn, and we need to do corn for the cows. The cows are on trial. They're on trial for murder. They've been out killing the townsfolk. So it's going to be live on Court TV, obviously. It's the first cow trial in the world. No, not really. But there we go. So we're looking at... That one could be good. You finally passed out a couple of hours after the booster catch. Got up late. Finally went to fix the furnace. Decided to start with the final diagnostic run. And now it's working. Hey, you got the furnace up and running. Well done. I think I said when you said you'd ordered the... What was it? You'd ordered the igniters or something? I think I remember you saying. Or a sensor of some description. Yeah, no, I rely on having the heating and gas engineer come and look at it. Although I think for us we have to have, I don't know if we have to have it, or certainly anyone that services it has to be qualified under a particular scheme here. So, but that's fine. You get used to it. Bought the parts, but didn't even get the screwdriver out. Oh, yeah, because you've fixed it a few times over the last few years, so you knew what you needed to have. So you'd ordered the parts before you even pulled it apart. Okay, so we're now getting ready on our other zucchini field. The apples are coming along. Oh, they need some zhuzhing. Zhuzh those apples. Just give them a zhuzh. That's doing right. That's 5.5 tons. I think, in all honesty, my brain would rather that I have smaller fields that have higher crop health and percentage of yield than have a big field that's just doing badly. So, but we shall see. We shall see. Do do doodly do doodly doodly do doodly doodly do. So yeah, bop bop bum. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I keep looking at fields. I'm gonna stop now. Honest. Well, for this year. Okay, that needs a nitrogen boost. That's good. Good. Don't need to worry about that one because it's cows. That one's not seeded yet. Okay. Thought the flame... it was the flame probe, yeah. The flame probe... You thought the flame probe had failed again. Bought a 4-pack of cheap. Bought a new igniter too as it broke the first time we tried changing a flame probe. Now they're just spare parts. Well... That's fine. If you've got the spare parts, you've got the spare parts. If you don't, then you've got to order them in. So... If something happens later in the heating season, you'll be ahead of the game. Do 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 do. There we go. There's a little field in the roundabout. Oh, that's cool. I like that. There's a little field in the middle of the roundabout. Oh, that's so funny. I haven't noticed that before. I don't know why, but I haven't noticed that before. We got one anywhere else? Oh yeah, there's a little forest field in there. And in there. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I don't know why, it just amuses me.
On a field not far away, Hitman and Fadman started to farm and play. Beware the red tractor, it surely will become a Derpalopagus factor, bouncing right up to the sun. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocents will never know. As the years fly by, farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice, some friends have been and gone. Enjoying the time, as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocent will never know. As the years fly by, the farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice, some friends have been and gone. Enjoying the time, as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow.
Thank you very much, King Jamie, for the up and down the field we go reward redemption. And for the posture check. So I am now standing. I have put the desk up. I am standing. Thanks also to Diamondback for the posture check as well. So I'm gonna make it a double long standing, which of course meant I was not chair dancing for the song. I was on the spot dancing. So yeah, that was fantastically well timed, I have to say. Particularly because I hadn't seen the posture check from Diamondback. So thank you all for caring about my my health. And I've got a double hydrate. So hydrate from Diamondback. Thank you very much. Ah. Big Trucker Zombie. Big Trucker Zombie. So I'm doing that one for Diamondback. And then there's another one for Big Trucker. So there we go. Thank you very much, Big Trucker, Diamondback, and King Jamie for all of those kind of quality of life redemptions. Very, very much appreciated. King Jamie says, "Why don't I believe that I bet you were dancing?" Well, I was with being standing up at the desk. I was able to really get the hips swinging. It was great. So, and Big Trucker said, "Oh yeah, the parts were only $40, so well they were $40. So that's did the home circulation blower capacitor just after you moved in? Had to replace the combustion blower 1 year." Yes, that's the thing with owning homes and having all the technology in them. It's maintenance. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, and you got to keep on top of it. So, there we go. Let's spray that. I think that might already gonna spray. No, that one was the one that was sprayed, not the zucchini field. How are we doing with zucchini down here? Doing okay. So we've got quite a few fields now. Our empire is growing. So yeah. Oh, excellent. I don't know why it is, but it's just so much nicer to be actually standing for a little bit. I really should do that more often when I get the posture checks. Sometimes I just do a stretch in the chair, but having the standing desk really does allow more options. So there we go. Right, so let's keep an eye on all our fields. That one needs some weeds being dealt with. It's good for now. As I've said before, the weeds grow slower on the apples than they do on the things like the onions. Am I getting the new farming simulator game? I am indeed, King Jamie. So I mentioned this a little while ago. So I will be getting Farm Sim 25. I've been very cautious about money at the moment because I still don't have a job. But there we go. That's neither here nor there. But I was very lucky in that I've been helping my mother out while she hasn't been well. And she very kindly, very, very kindly said, "Hey, I want to do something nice for you because you've been helping me out. What can I do?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'd really like Farming Simulator, the new version." And so she's got me the Farming Simulator with the Year 1 pass. So I was a very, very lucky fad. So Big Trucker's trying to decide if you get more spare components so you have them when you need them, even if it's years away. But you want to go geothermal eventually. Yeah, that is a quandary. I suppose you've got to look at the likelihood of failure and the cost of the component. If it's going to be $10, then getting some is worthwhile. But if it's going to be $100 and you may not use it, probably better to hold off and wait and see, I guess. But again, decisions that we all have to make. So, and just for the record, I normally stand for like 5 minutes after a posture check, but we'll be going for 10 minutes, so we've got, I think, at least another 3 minutes left, but I'm probably going to go 6. Go to the 1 hour of streaming time on my Twitch screen, that is. So, there we go. We're already harvesting Onions. Didn't realise that was coming up so fast. Cool. I suppose we are in July. I'm not seeing the time go by so quickly, but there we go. Onions. We'll put some ryegrass back on there. On fermentage. There we go. So, like I said, again, I know obviously other people, particularly obviously I was on Dare's stream yesterday, and I know he's quite openly said that he's not looking to get Farm Sim 25 until it's on a very heavy discount, and I can absolutely respect that. When you're, yeah, I've done all the achievements, so I'm actually ready for Farm Sim 25, and I'm really looking forward to some of the features like the higher resolution files to make the terrain a little bit more granular. Because I've really, that was, even before they announced that was the one thing that in my head I really wanted from the new version. So, there we go. Right, so we've got ryegrass growing there. How far are we to the next harvesterization? With the onions being the early crop. Quite a way. So let's do NK up there. Let's go down here. That's doing okay. One needs some nitrogen. One will also need some shortly. Imagine. Go back a little NPK on the apples. This furnace is only 80% efficient. Now that's the trouble. I don't know about my one. My one is, well, it's a 20, coming up 25-year-old device. But again, it's not broken, so mounting the cost of replacing it versus the cost savings from a more efficient model is an interesting thought experiment, to say the least. So at the moment, I go with the, if it isn't broken, don't replace it. But that's my choice for my circumstances. There we go. Phosphorus as well, please. And we'll get an NPK on that. Do. Go. So, yeah, that one's approximately 30 years old. Yeah, that's about right. I mean, the advantage I've got is when the boiler engineers come to service, they inevitably look at it and go, this is a nice old one. It's I've got the parts for it. It was built to last, and stuff like that. And a lack of electronic components, or a reduced number of electronic components, so that it's yeah, not as complex. So get back some NPK on there. But yes, so doodly doo. So yeah, so hopefully everyone's week is, well, for those in the US, hopefully the end of the weekend is going well, and for those of you in the UK or elsewhere, hopefully the week's starting well. Monday is a great day to enjoy the start of the week because, yeah, why not? Let's whack a bit of weed killer on there. We should probably have just cultivated it before we put the ryegrass on, but nah, probably. Oh, yeah. So, there we go. Okay, mulattoes. Okay, so still got some good health going on here. Obviously, we know the corn is going to lose its health. Doesn't like the soil. It doesn't like the lack of sunlight. But it is a necessary food crop, so we kind of take the hit. Well, at the moment, whilst the cows are producing and making us a bunch of money. Got to think about how much money we could get off of these fields versus how much we're getting out of the crops that they then put into the cows. So, big truckers can configure multi-head mini-split units to take over the primary HVAC duties. Yeah, guess that makes sense. Just we tend to have I think we have a fairly standardized thing. I mean, there's a lot of push to go to heat pumps here at the moment, but I haven't. My consideration's been about, okay, well, what about the noise of the fans to the neighbours and stuff like that? Where would I put it? Where would be enough space to put it? And if it's running during the day, would I then just lose the benefit of having my solar battery? Because all of the heating would be kind of electrically motivated in that way, and the pumps. But I suppose I really ought to look at the power consumption utilization of them to be certain of that. But when I looked at it before, it was a long time ago. The power consumption would be using almost all of my battery during the day. But we'll see. We'll see. But I mean, besides which, there's absolutely no money to invest in that at the moment anyway. So there we go. Right. Well, thank you very much for the posture checks. I am going to place the desk back down to its seated position. So don't worry if you get that sinking feeling. It's okay. Big push there too. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone seems to say it's the future. I think they act as though there's not going to be something different come along. I'm even more hesitant at the moment because, of course, there was the big push to battery electric vehicles. And, of course, I'm now in a position with my battery electric vehicle that it's actually will not be worth as much as the loan on it, or the outstanding loan on it when it comes to redemption time, which fortunately won't be my problem. But it's kind of, yeah, okay. So all of the benefits of it, not all of the benefits, but the other financial benefits are going away for it because people are not, they're demanding cheaper prices for them. They were so heavily priced in the first place. But there we go. It's all good fun. You play the game and you kind of figure it out, and then the rules change, and it's all good. Is that one? Did I judge that one? Was it a different one? Let's judge that one as well. No, it was a different field, wasn't it? Let's judge that one. So, Badger! Good morning! So, we've now gone into the realms of automating the shout-outs for folks, although quite why it's not done the Twitch one, I don't know. How's it going? It's going well, thank you. Got a bit wet this morning because, yeah, it's raining. Dead batteries! Hello! I didn't set one up for you because I haven't seen you for a little bit, but let's do that. Because Twitch tells me, Twitch is a great big snitch, tells me that you're also a streamer, so let's do that too. There we go. on break for 20 minutes. Well, hello. Thank you for spending 20 minutes with us. Always a pleasure. Thanks, you need to sort that out too. You keep saying that, but we'll forget. Now, you're saying you'll do it again, but we'll no doubt forget again. Well, the thing I do with that badger is I just whack it in my Outlook calendar. And it's yeah, if I really need to do it, I'll just whack a reminder in the Outlook calendar because I know I'll forget. But yeah, so yeah, excellent. But it's great to see both of you in the chat. That's too organised for you. Yeah. If you're using Mix It Up and you need a hand at some point, then just whack me up on Discord, because that's what I'm using. So there we go. A little bit of water. A little bit of water. Oh, and a little bit of water here too. So yeah. So hopefully, like I said, it's a new week. We've all got cool stuff on the go, I would hope. And well, I haven't been looking down at this field, have I? Oh yeah, we need to do some stuff down here. A little bit of a going over. Okay, those two are good. Now let's go for the field up here. Easy to kind of get distracted a little bit, I suppose. You're using Streamlabs chatbot and Stream Elements too. Ah, okay. Streamlabs, you've been looking at Mix Up because it'll give you more options for some ideas that have been rattling around in your head. Yes, so so obviously, Badger, in that terms, I use Mix It Up. I think Brew moved over to Mix It Up. That's Ex-Iron Brew Addict for anyone that's not familiar with him. Dare and Das use it. And Minister Gold, if you're familiar with Minister Gold, actually, I think had some tutorials on YouTube on how to use Mix It Up bot. Which, like I said, I quite like because it's pretty good. Let's have a look at where we are in the growth cycle for that one. But 10 days, I am not throwing more on there because it's not impacting the crop yield. So we're going to leave that alone. Started Dead Space, screened through 50% of it. Oh wow! Well done for that. Yeah, Badger says that sounds like how it would play out for you. Mm-hmm. Yep. I've got a new game that I picked up last week. Again, heavily discounted, 70% off. It was about £4, £3 or £4, which was good. So that will be coming on the streams for Thursday and Friday's morning streams. So this time slot, Thursday, Friday. And since we've started the week now, I'm going to tell you guys the game is Mr. Prepper. So the concept for Mr. Prepper is we've been caught trying to escape Murricaville, and the government is going to be inspecting our house every X number of days to make sure that we're not trying to escape again and that we're being compliant. And yeah, so it's an interesting one. I played the demo and I quite liked the gameplay. So should be interesting. So obviously, whoever designed the game didn't have any particular place in mind that they were kind of talking about, or I suppose commenting on in a kind of social gameplay kind of way. But there we go. Your Alien Isolation is still in the wrapper. Ah. Making second Alien Isolation game. Read the other day. If character and random locker best game, so you don't think you'll be playing it. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, scary games. I'm not a big fan of. I don't do scary games. I don't do kind of combat stuff really. So I guess that's why I kind of like Mr. Prepper was, because it's a bit more subversive. So it's not about combat per se, although there is combat involved. It's kind of, yeah, you're trying to sneak around and not be discovered and build stuff, and it's a cool concept. So I'm looking forward to playing it. Obviously, I've played the demo, but I thought it would be one that could be fun to have a look at for channel. And add just a little bit of variety, because the morning streams have been kind of very heavily focused on Global Farmer, and I've just wanted to add a little bit more variety in. So, obviously,
All hands brace for impact.
Afternoon, evening streams for Mondays and Tuesdays remain with Transport Fever, with the achievement hunting, and Thursdays, Fridays is the Stardew Valley, whilst we're doing those things. We've got our specified goals, so we're going to keep going. It's almost like I have a plan. It's a crazy novel idea. So there we go. We're harvesting our apples. We haven't sold anything yet, so we've got onions that we needed to sell for 45,000. That's good. That's good indeed. 43,000 litres of milk so far. I said we're going to see the results of a full year of milking five cows. Yeah. We've now increased our corn yield again. Yeah. Do. Almost finished harvesting the rest of this corn, which should give us plenty. Oh. Yeah, so we've got 8 tons. That should be plenty for now. We'll be keeping an eye on it, obviously. But 8 tons means I don't really need to use a big field. I can probably use a couple of smaller fields just to get corn. We are harvesting zucchini. Let's just double check on the fields that are still growing. Yeah, that one's not. So we're going to put ryegrass on there because that definitely needs to recover. I totally didn't put the cultivating on, which I should have. That's still growing. That needs to recover, so we're going to plant ryegrass on there. We're just going to put it a few days down the line. Going to whack a cultivate on it. If we can. Not when the game decides to talk to me again. Oh, so there we go. Now I'm realizing what you said about dead batteries. I read that you'd scream through 50% of it, as in you'd scream through, as in you'd run through the game. And I'm now reading it as though you kind of screamed, as in... Huh? At least that's how I'm perceiving it. So, always fun. I do this. I go back and I reread messages in the chat. I totally didn't understand that the first time around. You shouldn't say that too much, but it's not a reflection on you guys in the chat. It's just me kind of casually glancing at things, and yeah, okay, I understood that in like a half a second look, which doesn't always do it. So we are currently spinning wheel, but now we're back. Okay, we are back. Spinning wheel has gone away, and we will go with that. Okay, confirm. Excellent. So we've got zucchini still coming in. Apples to harvest in X number of days. Another 6 days to harvest. So yeah, we're getting to another end of the season. It comes around so quick. But that is the game. So da-dee-da-dee-da. Dee-da. There we go. Cultivating gets rid of the weeds. Yay! Could have done it on the other fields, but never mind. You live and you learn. Days. We've got 3 days left. Weeds are at 10%. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. So. What about this field? This field. Yeah, that's fine for now. This field down here. Ooh, where are we? There we are. Zucchini, another 9 days for that. Da, 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 da. Gonna see harvests start on the zucchini again soon. Okay, so we should have 1 lot of zucchini, which is enough to complete our contract before I forget and sell the lot. So, complete contract. Thanking you very much, contract peoples. Excellentage. Excellentage. What was the next thing? Oh yes, I was going to sell the rest of the zucchini. 31. So that's a total of about 60 grand we got from that field. Apples, 18 grand. That's obviously from that field. Which is not bad going. For a little teeny, less than a hectare field. I think it's pretty okay. In comparison to what we're getting from the others. Got this zucchini harvest in progress. Still got animals all producing, doing their doings of doingness. Sheep are all out in the fields, which is good, because they're not using stored feed if they're out in the fields. We are harvesting our ryegrass. It's starting to. Here we go. So we'll get to the end of the year and then we'll be taking an account of what the cows have contributed to us. And in all honesty, growing the corn hasn't been that much of a nuisance. I mean, it annoys me because it's not efficient. Because we lose almost half the crop or more. But if the cows are going to make us good money, then you got to suck it up. As the saying went with one of my colleagues in my former job, suck it up, buttercup. Usually we were talking about somebody else that was just complaining about something, but not that we would ever say such things behind people's backs, because that would just be wrong. So there we are. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. Hello, fields. I didn't confirm the ryegrass on that one. How silly of me. Let's put the cultivating on and confirm it. So that's a good one. If the field's not doing what you think it should be doing, just be sure to check. If it's got the yellow stripy lines, you haven't confirmed it. And yeah, and you might be suffering with fad derpalopagusness. So there we go. Okay. This field definitely needs some ryegrass to help it. Cultivate. Cultivate.
It's a Derpalopagus.
It is indeed a Derpalopagus. Thank you, Big BT, for the 25 bits and the Derpalopagus sound effect. Much appreciated. There we go, so we can do that there. Conferme. So, there we go. Almost through. Got the zucchini from down here. We have got the zucchini from down here. This one's also going to need some ryegrass action. Put it down there, I think. And we will do cultivate. And we'll add some people to make it not so terrible. There we go. More people make less work. Well, not all people. Oh dear, yes. Oh dear, yes. Okay, so where are we? We need to do some sellings of things. So let's sell the apples. 26 grand. The zucchini, we've got 2 fields worth there, so 128 grand. Thank you very, very much. We're keeping ryegrass and corn because those are our feed crops. And then wool and milk we will sell at the end of the year because we always sell 30th of December to get the full year's worth of value for our animals. Yeah. So our strategy at the moment is to expand the number of sheep because the sheep's wool is giving us huge profits. Possibly too huge, so that might be something that changes in the game. I don't know. It might be considered to be a bit imbalanced, I guess. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. I know there's been a lot of discussions. I've seen discussions in the Discord for the game about kind of balancing some of the things out to make sure that kind of the profits are relatively realistic. But yeah, but again, who knows where it's going to go. I haven't seen on the suggestions I've put in for features and improvements, I haven't seen a lot of feedback on that yet. But again, like I said, I think the team are busy. There's a patch version that's coming out, I think the early part of this week, 0810. It was put into the beta, the end of beta kind of experimental branch, the end of last week, which has got some nice fixes in it that are stuff people have been reporting. So again, it's an early access game, but the dev team do seem to be responding and fixing things and actively patching. So I am not I'm not put off myself by any of the difficulties I've encountered. Other people do seem to be having a rougher time than I'm having with the game. And as always, your mileage may vary. So, yes. Bop, 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 bada, bop. Bop, 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 bada, bop. I am approaching a time where I may need to do an emergency run upstairs. We shall see. We shall see, indeed. Excellent. I think so far like I said, we've got all the crop fields done. That's good. So am very much going to just have to take a short break. Apologies, it can't easily be avoided, so I'm going to whack this down onto slow speed, so it's going to carry on for just a little bit. And I will leave you for just a few moments, well, for just a few minutes, with the fantastic and wonderful Up and Down the Field. So do bear with me, I will be back as soon as I can. Apologies, this is not a planned thing, but just a necessity. I shall be back shortly.
Many years ago, on a field not far away, Hitman and Fadman started to farm and play. Beware the red tractor, it surely will become a Derpalopagus factor, bouncing right up to the sun. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocent will never know. As the years fly by, farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice. Some friends have been and gone, enjoying the time as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocent will never know. As the years fly by, the farming does go on, witnessing forks of justice. Some friends have been and gone, enjoying the time as if it were a crime. The clock ticks on, but the fun dies by. Up and down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocent will never know. And down, sown with love, we watch them grow. And down the field we go, sowing seeds with love, we watch them grow. Up and down the field we go, where the crazy innocent will never know.
Hello, and apologies for that. I am now back. So Evil Brick, that song is an AI generated song that I made on Suno, which is just really a celebration of my time playing Farming Simulator, which is kind of odd considering we're playing Global Farmer today, but it's the only AI song I've got at the moment. I'm going to work on some more. But yes, so apologies for the interruption in service there. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled programme. So yes, and yes, again my apologies. That was an unavoidable circumstance. So, oh, right, what are we doing? We are waiting for... We've got everything harvested, so we should be... We'll go skip, because we're going to go to the end of the year. We keep an eye on the animals. So the sheep are starting to eat some, but that's fine because we've got ryegrass coming in. So we are faster and faster. And head to the end of the year, so end of 2037. We're in December. All good with the current pup and frog, and yeah, puppy dog's okay. He's not in his position, I don't think. No, he got up because I got up. So yes. And there we go. It's about that time again. Happy Christmas 2037, everybody. Come on, give me the day. Yeah, happy Christmas 2037, everybody. There we go. We're going to get to the 30th. Coco. Right. Oh. More storage needed for ryegrass. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not worried about storing ryegrass anyway, so it's just as valuable to restore the fields to their well looked after state. So that's good. What are we doing? We are... Oh, yes, we're doing the doings of doing this. So it's the end of the year, so we sell our milk. We're going to get 102,000. So 5 cows, 102,000. So having a full set of cows would give us 200,000. So we may well do that. We've got 8 tons of food. So I'm thinking that we're going to increase the number of cows starting beginning of the year. Sheep, we're getting 315,000 from their wool. So as you can see, we're not just we're creeping up in much larger amounts. So we're going to try and increase the number of sheep as well. So let's go into... I always forget to do... Oh, I forgot to do this last time. We're going to go into 2038. So welcome to 2038, everybody. Happy New Year for 2038. It's wonderful. It's super, it's smashing, it's great. And I said we are going to do a few things. Thing number 1, we're going to buy 5 more cows. Thing number 2 we're going to do is... I think we've got enough money now. We're just going to buy the rest of the sheep. Because I think we needed another 3 pastures. Or 3 stables. I think we're just going to... I don't know about pasture-wise, what we need. We'll find a pasture for them. I'm not worried about that because we've bought enough fields by now. So let us build some more sheep barns. There's no different sizes of sheep barns at the moment. So we're going to have the 3rd one there. That one there. Like so. It's another 150 grand that we've just spent. Big trucker with all the emotes coming in. For Christmas and New Year, 2037, 38. Absolutely. We're on pause. That's why those aren't building. So that 5 should allow us to go up to 30 sheep. I think that the target there was, I think that should give us about 500,000 income from wool each year. That's what I was targeting. So we're going to see if my math is actually mathing. Don't count on it. So let's go back out here. Let's look at our marketplace. So we've got 14.2 tons of that. We should have plenty of storage space for ryegrass. Because that takes ryegrass. We've got 50-ton capacity there. I've had an issue. Unless it's being daft for some other strange reason. Sheepy sheep, indeed. It's the one thing, when Das comes over, when I collect it from the airport, we're driving back along the motorway. And she's going, there are sheep out there! Because there's sheep like right beside the motorway in fields and stuff. And it's go, yeah, they're in a field. They're not going to get onto the road. They're there. It's good. But it's such an anachronism for Das. But there we go. Okay, so now we've increased our sheep population. We want to increase our fields, our pastures for sheep. Okay, so I'm thinking something like that. Oh, that's Boundless Meadow. I don't know how well that would do for crops. Let's try and find some more out of the way ones, maybe. No, I'm thinking these two fields, our smallest fields. We're going into bigger fields now, so we're making bigger profits. So I'm going to convert this to pasture for the sheep, and this to a pasture for the sheep. And so we've got that. We've got that for the cows, but that's only holding 7. So we need to have at least one more pasture for the cows. Big Trucker's grandparents had the biggest sheep farm around Ann Arbor, Michigan in 1980. Ah, wow. That's some doing. I'm thinking not there. No, that's fine. Not that one. Not that one. That one. Let's buy that one. And we'll convert it to a pasture for the cows. That can take 6 cows. So that covers us. Let's get another small field-ish, about that size. Get that from... Not that one. Oh. No, that's way too much. I don't want to spend more than 100 grand if I can avoid it. That's 200 grand. So 38, 70. How many hectares that is? That's 1.28 hectares. So that's 3.7. That's definitely more. 6.9. 1.33. There we go. We'll have cows in the middle there. But pasture. Pasture for cows. There we go. Okay, so we should have enough pasture land so that they don't need to eat crops in summer, hopefully. Obviously, that's taken away some of our smaller fields in the rotation, so we've got larger fields coming in to make our crops and make our crop money. And we didn't... Did we look at our money? What did we do last year? So 2037, we've kind of... Yeah, we've done well, about 300 and almost 400,000 profit. We've been purchasing fields again, but we didn't spend as much. We didn't invest as much back into the farm as we have done in other years. So profits are staying fairly consistent. Given that we've increased the number of cows, I'm going to run corn on our cornfield. Oh, where's the corn gone? There it is. Hello, corn. So it's got the no nitrogen, that's why it's unhappy. Saying 46%. If 47% is the best we've got. So we're going to build everything around that. Don't need to worry about weeds, so we're just going to confirm that in. Excellent. So opulent field will be corn again. Lost count of how many times you came over and they had lambs in the kitchen. Well, yeah. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. So those were apple trees last time, so I'm going to take that to be rotation for this. So after apples... Oh, this was zucchini last time, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. This was corn. So this is going to be zucchini. And it needs a cultivation. Put zucchini towards the end of the year. Going to cultivate.
All hands brace for impact.
So that's good. That should give us a 94% crop. Is there a better yield to come? If we move things around. There is not. So we're going to leave it there. Oh yes, of course, it won't allow us to do that because it needs to have more manual workers assigned. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so that's one field planned. And that's effectively taking over the capacity of those two. In my head, that is. That's how my head's working. It doesn't work very well, but let's just not go there. So this one was zucchini, so we're going to add this into the rotation with onions. Which was what the other big fields were. So there's now 3 larger fields doing onions. What are we doing? Onions are an earlier crop. Brain, help please, brain. Oh, it's because it's growing ryegrass. I need to do it that way. Okay, that's fine. I was looking for the plant button and not finding it because it's already got a plant on it. So we can go middle April easily, and can be sure to cultivate because we can. This onions is going to be a good crop for the larger fields like this because we've got the automated ability to harvest. So we might see if we can start alternating carrots and onions rather than zucchini. But yeah, the zucchini requires manual harvesting. So we'll confirm that one. V-Games 2, face blue wide eyes. That doesn't come through quite as well on the restream, but yes. Hello. Welcome to the madness. We are here again, doing our planning for farming year 2038. So this was onions. So this goes to apples. Just doing our rotational planning. 99% fit there. Want to cultivation. We've got the right resources for that. Let's add 1 worker. Let's not take all the workers. Yeah, okay, let's take all the workers. We probably need to add a few workers given the size of our fields now. There you go. You see, that works out nicely. If we take the seeding time down, we can do that. Excellent. Confirm that. And purple blue piece. Eyes, pink heart shape, and waving pink. Brazil RJ. Oh dear. Like I said, that's probably there we go. I can see the emotes on the other screen. So yes, welcome. Said it's a bit crazy in here, but I enjoy myself, so hopefully you just do too. What are we doing? Okay, so we've got.
Where are you going with this mo? Jeez.
Just out in the boat.
Man went to mow the moon. We don't know why, but he won't be back soon.
Thank you very much, Brew, for the random dirt video. Hope you're having a good day today. So we've got those. So our other fields, the other fields are onions. Brew is trying to get home. Don't ask. Okay, I won't. So, if it's going that well, I shall. I'll leave it there. Okay, so let's get. Oh, we've got 12%, so we can do the cultivatorization. Excellent. So we confirm that one, and we've got this field down here, which we also can get through with a cultivatorization for anions. Let's do it there, perhaps. Okay, so they're going okay there. So let's go middle of May. Middle of May. They'll be fine. So we need the we need the cultivatorization. There we go, perfect. Confirm. It looks like Farm Manager. It's got some similarities to Farm Manager, but the gameplay is very different. Can you show machines in activity? Yes, if you bear with me a few moments, V-Games 2. When we get into the growing season, you'll start to see that happening. At the moment, we're just planning, so we're planning our crops for the year. I'm just trying to make sure that I've got all the fields done. So first field is done. So we've got. So is this field planned? It's not. I thought this field was planned. This field's going onions as well, isn't it? Why did I? Okay, no, that field is planned. I obviously clicked off of it. That field's planned. That field's planned. Okay, so we can now zoom in and just see. Okay, so we've got seeding going there. That's growing ryegrass, but we've got the next crop planted. Next crop planned. Those are pastures. That's pasture. That's got a plan. That's got a plan. That's a pasture. That's got a plan. So I think that covers us. So what we're going to do now is we're going to speed ahead to get to the planting season. Big Trucker says, morning to brew. So what we'll see shortly when we get to planting time. Wilson, please be quiet. Is we'll start to see some of these things happening. So that's seeding in 73 days. Okay, I had a little bit of a brief pause there because the game was not responding. There we go. Okay, so here we go. So this is the equipment on the field working. This is cultivating right now. And so you see this, and this is very reminiscent of the graphical styling of Farm Manager. For those of you that are familiar with that franchise, I've obviously played that before myself. It's another gaming franchise I quite enjoy. So, and this is running at slow speed, but obviously if you run it at high speed, you get to see it like so. So you've got cultivating, and you've got seedbed preparation. So you always do seedbed preparation. Your cultivating and ploughing is optional, and those really just reduce the weeds before you set your new field up. And then we've got seeding. So this is all using equipment. Pretty much all of it, except for ploughing and cultivating, can also be done manually. Well, and of course the management of irrigation, those can't be done manually. The fertilizing, irrigation, and weed spraying can't be done other than with equipment. So that's those. So let's see if we can see one that's going to go manual. So zucchini, I think those definitely get harvested manually. I think they get seeded. No, they get seeded manually as well. So as the apple as well. So the apple field is a manual seed and a manual harvest. So I'll show them graphics of the of that too. Just waiting for it to tick over a day. There we go. So you're going to see this is cultivating again, and you'll see the seed preparation with equipment, but then you'll see the seeding taking place with people. So. And the cool thing that you see the tractors going back to the farm as well, because this is our farm here, so you see them drive around the roads. And if you're not familiar with the game, Big Games 2, this is all based off of the OpenStreetMap data. So this is a real world place. This is in Luxembourg, near Bertrange and Strassen. So now you see we've got 3 workers toddling along the field, doing the seeding dance. If we go down to slow speed, you'll see it a little bit differently. But high speed, I just like it in high speed because it just looks like they're dancing, which is brilliant. And I love it. So. There we go. And again, the weather is regionalised to the location, as I believe are the soil conditions, but I'm not sure. They're randomised within a range, I believe. So a little mini field there. Yes, so. And the reason I picked this location is I actually used to work in this building here many years ago. So I've said that a number of times. So for those of you that already knew that, that's for the new folks that have just been watching this morning and didn't know that. So a little bit of kind of that's the appeal of having something where you're using kind of real world mapping to kind of build your farm. You can go to places. Hey, Topoli! I hope you are having a lovely day so far. Like I said, it's not even halfway done here. There we go. Right, so what we then the mode we kind of go into once we've started the seeding is we're kind of then checking on the levels. So this one is, that's planned, so it's not seeded yet. So where we've actually got a health bar, we're keeping an eye on the resource levels for nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, the irrigation, and also the weed levels, because all of that contributes to affect the health of the crop. And yeah, that's what we do. That's the game. In the meantime, obviously our cows and sheep get looked after. They get automatically routed around the pastures when grass runs out. They get sent to a different pasture so that the pasture that they've eaten can be replenished. That part of it works really, really nicely. So there we go. And what we have done with 2038 is we've increased our cows to 10. So we had 5 last year. We've increased to 10 this year. So we've filled the barn. We bought 2 extra stables for sheep, and we've filled those as well. So our animal operation should be now in the region of 700,000 squidoodles, well, euros in this case, per year in terms of income. So we're starting to get there. Do. I'm looking at that field. It's not a field anymore, it's a pasture, so that says no grass. Oh, it's recovering, that's fine. That one is planned, so we don't need to take action yet because the cultivation will take care of it. So I'm kind of compensating for having more fields by converting some over into pastures. So I don't have to keep an eye on lots and lots of fields for crops. So the animal operation seems to be certainly equally profitable to getting decent crops in the ground. So there's definitely money to be made in both ways, and definitely something to be said for diversifying a little bit, in my opinion. You have a diverse attack on it, then if you lose a field or something, then not that I think that's a thing, but if you lose a field, then it's not the end of the world. La-di-da-di-da. So we might just get... I think the plan will be we'll try and get the crops seeded. So we'll get... so that all the crops are seeded and we're in the growing season. And that will be today's stream. And then we'll be back tomorrow morning with the kind of close out of the season. So we'll be able to see then how our increase of animals works, which will be good. So, yeah, lot of fun and a lot of games. So, but then again, that's what playing games is about. So, seeding corn. I'm gonna just speed a little bit forward. Just give it a little bit of a poke every once in a while, just to kind of move things faster. But you do need to keep an eye on the fields. Gives you a nice little bit of a warning, so you'd see...
And now for the battle plan.
Oh.
As you all know, the key to victory is the element of surprise. Surprise!
Thank you very much, Big Trucker, for the 50 bits and the Futurama battle plan. It's very much appreciated. I do enjoy those, and yeah, that was a good one. Surprise! Then runs out the door. So yeah. Okay, so just trying to find an example. So yeah, so we said this last time as well. The animals grazing on the pastures also do replenish the nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So replenish the resource levels. So if you wanted to also plan your crop fields going around, not just with ryegrass afterwards to recover, but also with animals, you could convert to pasture and then convert back to... You can convert back to a field relatively easily. So, yeah. You can do that. So... Bom, 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 bom. So just waiting for plantings to happen. So seeding onions again down here. Oh, why is that saying no potassium? We'll whack an NPK on there. It's worried about the potassium levels. No, the phosphorus levels, because it said P, didn't it? Remember, Fad. P is not the same as potassium. That says no nitrogen, but that's fine. We'll whack an NPK on that after it's done. So we're just going to, like I say, we're just going to try and get ourselves started. So we've got apples growing. We've got onions growing. Did we not have zucchini planted somewhere today? There needs some potassium there. Zucchini. Have I missed the point? Oh, zucchini's here. Brain. Hello, brain. Hello, brain. My brain is braining. Or not, as the case may be. Okay, so we've got 24 days until the zucchini go in. All the other fields seem good, so we're just going to speed a little bit fast, a little bit further forward. Got corn going in down here on our most suitable cornfield, which is not the best in the world. What's that? Okay, so that's now fertilizing as well. Excellent. There we go. So now we're going to just speed forward a little bit, and then we're going to take a look around the fields. Yeah, we spray some weeds there. It looks like it's only getting a little bit, but once it gets much beyond 10%, sometimes those weeds do, depending on the crop sensitivity, they do kind of affect things. So we're just going to spray on that. So you can see the gold colour it goes when the resources are starting to get low. That doesn't mean to say that they're actually causing an issue. It's just kind of the warning zone. I need to grow hops and apples. You need more apple beer. Ah. Yeah, hops would be a nice one. Again, there's been a lot of suggestions for new crops to be added in to the game. But I believe, and I don't know for a fact, but I believe the developers are currently focused on a lot of stabilization efforts from the bugs that have been reported from the release. And they're working their way through them. They certainly are. But that takes a little bit of time and effort. So, but yeah. So when we get crops, BT, then we'll add some if we get hops, we'll add hops in so that we can do some apple beer for you for sure. Okay, so we've got a storage
King illegal
warning here.
Two pig wild kill in it is. What?
Thank you, Big Trucker, for the King Illegal Forest to Pig Wild Kill in It is. That one is one of my favourite ones. So if you don't know where that comes from, you really should. You really should. That's a funny film. Makes me laugh. So we've got zucchini harvesting, zucchini planting in 4 days. What was the other thing I was going to do there? Oh yeah, storage. So let's have a look. It's saying we don't have enough storage capacity for onions. I don't understand that. It's saying we don't have enough storage capacity. Why is it saying that? Because what are we storing in here? We're not storing the wool. We're not storing ventilated warehouses do store most of what we're doing. So let's just buy another. Let's just buy another one. Can we buy a large one yet? Have we got the ability to buy a large one? Yes, we do. Ventilated warehouse large, 650 grand. That's a little too pricey for us right now. So we're just going to go with another 95 grand medium sized one. There we go. And Big Trucker, thank you very much for the squee. There we go. So we've just increased our storage capacity, so that should take care of the warning that we had here for storage. Excellent. So I'm assuming that squee was the apple beer Fad will grow hops if they put hops in the game squee. So there we go. So we're now cultivating. We're coming up to the end of our seeding season, planting season as it were. Obviously we've already got crops that are more than halfway grown, so that's just the nature of it. But our field overview, which is looking sparse because we've got so many pastures now. What I may need to do is try and sell some of the smaller fields and get some larger pastures for the animals, so we don't have to have lots of small fields, but we'll deal with it as we can for the moment. So, like I said, the fact that we're is sticking over 1 million. I don't think we have any loans outstanding. We do not. But we're starting to see some loans that are a little bit more interesting. 150,000 is a little bit more tantalizing than the ones that we got initially when we were first starting out. But then banks always want to loan you more money when you've got money. Not so keen on lending it when you don't. or they don't think you can pay it back. Okay, so the zucchini is in the ground. We're going to slow speed down again. So that's good. We're going to take one last look around our fields just to make sure that we are keeping them healthy. Ooh, not that one. Let's give that one a bit of a doing. That one's easy to forget down there. I almost turned it into a pasture. Onion field. Zucchini field. Oh, excellent. So I'm hoping with a few years worth of profit. So we might stop expansion now. We've expanded the animals, we've expanded the fields. I might stop expansion and see what profit we can get, to see if we can get some of these larger fields. Because this one was 1.6 million. It's gone up another 200,000. So the prices are inflating each year. So yes. There we are. I think the fields are looking relatively good. I'm going to whack the save button, because why would you not whack the save button? So yeah, so that's where we are. So we are middle of 2030. Got growing season ahead of us. Harvest season, well, fast approaching. And then we'll be soon towards the end of the year and see how our various different investments in crops and animals have worked out. So that'll be tomorrow morning. This afternoon at 6 p.m-ish, or plus or minus half an hour this afternoon, I'll be back with Transport Fever. So for now, we're going to have a little look to see who we can pay. We're going to go to our thank you screen. Where's our thank you screen? There it is. So I'm going to say big thank you to everyone that's been in chat. So Big Trucker, Tapley, VGames2, Brew, and Evil Brick, Dead Batteries, Spadger. I have to scroll back for this. And of course, King Jamie, and Big Trucker and Diamondback. So yes, thank you. And thank you for, I have lost count of the number of bits that you've played in sound alerts this morning, Big Trucker, so thank you again for that. Yes, absolutely, really phenomenal for all of that, and the gift subscriptions you kindly gave yesterday. It's all very, very much appreciated. Cool. As is everyone that's just been lurking and been in the background. So if you're on Twitch, we're going to have a little look to see if we've got somebody to raid. At the moment, we don't. So it's a shame with my morning streams. I don't always find anyone to raid. But there we are. So again, thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic Monday ahead of you, or halfway behind you, wherever you are. And I'll be back later on with Transport Fever, and again with Global Farmer tomorrow morning UK time. Take care, everybody, and bye for now.